Taste the cherry on the left.
My birthday. It's not your birthday. It's almost Mom's birthday. Hey guys, it's Saturday, and that means it's time for another coffee with me and my special guest, the little guy. Cheers, everybody. You cannot have that. Caffeine is bad for you. Good morning. I have here my pumpkin coif with silk soy creamer and maple syrup. And we're back on the couch today because I didn't feel like setting up the light, and the natural lighting is better in here. So I went with that, and yesterday was a bit of a rough day. A lot of stuff happened, so I cried, and that's okay. And I also got very teary in last week's video. I guess I didn't realize how sad I was until I started talking about it, because I live alone, so I process a lot of things alone. And so once I turn on the camera and start actually saying what I feel about things, it comes to the surface. So thank you all for letting me feel and have that moment. I am okay now, but yesterday while I was on my lunch break at work, I saw that Mac Miller had passed away, and so I didn't have time at work to think about it. So when I got home last night is when I started realizing it and letting it sink in, and so it was pretty sad, but it's okay. I'll be okay, I guess. I didn't want to just be completely tone deaf to that, so that is my recognition of that. Rest easy, Mac Miller, because he was a fantastic artist. So today is a new day, and just trying to take it one day at a time here. But I don't mean to just glaze over that. That's just how I deal with sadness, is just trying to move forward without being too upset. So here we are. So I've had a plan for what I wanted to talk about today. His birthday is in December, but my birthday is on Monday, and so that's gonna be happening. So I think I have said enough times, and so I actually want to tell the story of some of my most notable birthdays. So that's what today's episode is going to be about. So basically what's going to happen is I will be finishing with the show I'm working on this coming Friday. Monday is my birthday. Yes, I'm going to have to work on my birthday, which is okay. I could not find any of my birthday stuff except for the t-shirt I got on my, well, I didn't get it on my 21st birthday, but it was for my 21st birthday. And I think it says something to the effect of, "It's my 21st birthday, bitches," or something like that. The closest thing I could find was this birthday bitch pin. So there's that. And yeah, so it's the birthday month. Happy Virgo season to everyone, if I haven't said already. So this will be my 24th birthday, so I'm still very young, which is exciting because everyone that I work with I think is at least 30. And so when everybody found out that we were going to all still be working together on my birthday, and they're like, "Oh my god, how old are you going to be?" I'm like, 24. And everybody just got kind of sad because they're all like 30 plus, and except for one other editor I remembered is I think either my age or younger than me. But yeah, we're the only little babies there. And so when I was in, I guess I should probably do chronological order. So the first birthday that I can remember that I ever had, which, sidebar, I have horrible memory of my childhood. It's not that I don't think there was anything traumatic, I just don't really remember anything until this point. I think legitimately one of my first memories that I have is my 6th or 7th birthday. It had to have been my 7th birthday. Because I was in 1st grade, and my mom made a Blue's Clues paw print cake for me and my entire class. And it was great because I thought it was so cute. I was obsessed with Blue's Clues, and it was strawberry cake on the inside, but she, I think, made vanilla frosting and put blue food coloring, so it was the Blue's Clues blue. And she brought it to my class, and everybody sang happy birthday. But the day after was 9/11, so that was awful. And that's, I guess, how I'll always remember that birthday, was that that was the cake that my mom made, and then the day after was 9/11, and it was very sad. So that should tell you how young I am comparatively to most people, because I was still in elementary school when that happened. I think the next birthday that is of any kind of note would probably be my Sweet 16, which, it's not that it was this huge thing. It was mostly a party for my friends and family. We rented out a community center, and one of my best friends from high school and I did a dance, and it was really fun. It was masquerade, or it was a masquerade theme. It was Moulin Rouge themed. My mom really just tore it up with the food. She got all kinds of like grapes and cheeses, and she made these thumbprint cookies where you bake the cookie and there's like a thumbprint of jelly in the middle. It was great. And I think at the time I wasn't very grateful for it, but looking back on it now, that was really freaking awesome. Because I could not have pulled that off at 16. When I was younger, I always had these grand ideas for parties, and I thought it was like so cool, and I would be able to just do everything and nothing cost any money, and we could just make it happen and it would be awesome. But that was not the world we lived in, and that's okay, because it was still amazing because of you, Mom. Thank you. So that happened. I still have the pictures, and looking back at them, I was so sweaty in so many of them because we were dancing so much, and my hair was like super curly Sue curled. Like, I'm so thankful for the glow up that I've had over the years, because dear God, like, I do not blame any of the guys that went to my high school that never asked me out, or never, fun fact, I've never even been asked to a dance in high school. That never happened, even when I was dating someone. No one ever asked me to a dance, so it's okay, guys. It gets better, I promise. So that happened, and then I turned 17 my senior year of high school, and then when I was turning 18, I had already moved to Boston. So I did not get to spend my 18th birthday with anyone that I knew except for Sarah, who I think she took me out for lunch or something on my birthday. But basically, my birthday is right at the cutoff for, I think elementary or something like that, or kindergarten, where if you're born after a certain date in September, you have to start school the next year. So I was like right at the cusp. And so I've always been the youngest person in any group or whatever, which I'm also usually the shortest person. So I guess I've just resigned to the fact that that's how it's gonna go. But for my 18th birthday, I had been living in the dorms for like a week. So I had met a bunch of people from all the orientation events and stuff that I went to, but I didn't have any friends. And so on the day of my 18th birthday, I actually think it was also a Monday. I'd have to look at a calendar, but we all went to, and by we all I mean a massive group of us, went to Cambridge. We went to Fire and Ice and had all you can eat. It's essentially hibachi style food, and did some karaoke, and it was really fun, but also I was kind of sad because it was the first birthday that I wasn't with my family, and I was still kind of adjusting to being in Boston. So now I think I was okay at the time, but in the moment I thought I was just so sad because I had no friends or family there, and I was having this big milestone, which it's like, girl, you're 18, like there's so much more stuff coming. And so I was so bent about it for the day of, but I got over it eventually, I think. And yeah, we did go to a gay club in Boston as well, I think called Machine, which we went a couple times actually throughout my college years. But I don't know if I've ever said, but I wasn't a huge partier in college. I mostly just kind of stayed home or was working because that's just what I did. In some ways I regret that, in other ways I don't. But one of, I think, the 3 times that we went there was for my 18th birthday. So that was fun. It's actually where I went with one of my really good friends who lives here now. So maybe we could have a birthday brunch or something. That would be cool. Let's see. What else? Oh, so my 21st birthday, I guess, was notable, but it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. So my whole family and I went to Vegas for my 21st birthday. We're bad bitches. And we got a timeshare room, or I think a few rooms, but it was like my entire family, well, my immediate family, so both of my siblings, their significant others, my parents, my grandma was there. I think my uncle might have been there for a day or something, I can't remember. But there was a bunch of people there for this day. And so the night before my actual birthday, my parents took me to see Britney Spears. And that was amazing. It was a great concert. My childhood dreams had just come to life and it was so exciting. And then, so we got back to the timeshare and the guy I was dating at the time had been there too. And so he and my brother's now ex-girlfriend had been drinking while we were at the show. And so they were just like really drunk by the time we got there. And so I was pissed because I was like, it's my birthday and you're distracting from me. Like, I mean, I guess it was sort of deserved, but now thinking about it, I'm like, what a diva. Like, it's just a birthday, let it go. But I was so pissed because they were so drunk and I was not, and it was my birthday and I was supposed to be the center of attention. But it was a really fun trip for the most part. You know, it wasn't what I expected in terms of the weather. It was hot. I think when we went out on my birthday, it was like 98 degrees at midnight, so I was miserably hot. But it was fun. I'm glad my whole family was there and the concert was great. And so even though it wasn't what I expected or what I thought it was going to be, I still did the best to enjoy myself. And so that was the last big birthday that I've had. Next year is going to be my 25th birthday, if you can do math. And so I think next year I want to actually have a party, because I haven't had a party birthday in the last, I think my 21st birthday was technically the last time that I had a party birthday, because when I turned 22 and 23, that's when I started doing trip birthdays instead of party birthdays. So no one's been able to throw me No one's been able to throw me a birthday party because I have not been home for my birthdays for the last couple of years. And I will be this year, but I'm taking a birthday trip to Hawaii, as everyone knows. And so it started on my 22nd birthday. My travel buddy who went to Cabo with me and our birthdays are 2 days apart. So happy birthday, Anne-Marie. Today's her birthday and she's 25. And so, yeah, we're a year and 2 days apart. So we decided, or I think she asked, if I would ever want to go to Denver. And I said, of course. So I was 21 turning 22. I had a job at the time that I only had weekends off. And so she is a nurse, so she will work for a few days and then have a few days off. So I think she drove to Denver from Albuquerque at the time and spent a few days there, but I was only in Denver. I had literally 24 hours to be there. So I left LA. I flew out first thing Saturday morning. I got to Denver at 9 a.m. or something ridiculous. She picked me up from the airport. And then we just went, we got brunch and started drinking, and essentially, other than the time that I was getting ready, we were drinking or just eating for the entire day. And so I'm so mad that we didn't plan that out, because there was and mind you, Saturday, the year that I turned 22, was the actual day of my birthday. So I think I got a free birthday drink from Southwest. I don't know. So I had a Bloody Mary on the plane. I don't know why I remember all this now all of a sudden. Had a Bloody Mary on the plane, drank when I got there, and if I had known that we didn't really have, well, I did know, but if I had known to plan it out better, we would have done things differently. Because there is a place, I don't remember where, but there was a place in Denver that you can get, it's essentially all you can drink on the day of your birthday. And we didn't do that till last, and I was already like passing out drunk at that point. So we just didn't, I had a sip of my beer there and that was it. And I'm so mad at myself because if I had either paced myself during the day and not drank as much, or just gone there first as like the pregame, then I would have gone totally differently. But at any rate, it was a really fun birthday. We met, like, I think it was a friend of her friend that was with us there. We went to, I think it's called One Up in Denver, which is an amazing bar. There's like a bunch of arcade games in there, and then they had life-size Jenga. So we were outside playing, and this random guy came over and was like, oh, hey, can I play with you guys? And we're like, yeah, sure, come on, dude. And so he started playing, but I think something was up. Because he started like whittling his little fingers in there, and then he would just like, and like throw the pieces across the little patio area where they had the Jenga stuff. And so we're like, oh, okay, you know, like, maybe he just got a little excited, but then he kept doing it, and he actually like hit one of the guys that was like near us. So we're like, all right, we're gonna go. And then his girlfriend like popped up out of nowhere and was like, oh, we'll play. And so that was kind of weird, but other than that, it was a great time. That's actually the only time I have ever missed a flight, was the day after that. And it was not because I was drunk, it was because I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts before the airport and didn't realize that it was gonna take me too much time to get to the terminal. And I missed my flight by like 5 minutes. But it actually turned out okay because there were so many flights going from Denver to LA that they were like, well, you can get on the one that's in like an hour. And so I just kind of had to hang out and wait for that. But so that was my 22nd birthday. Last year, we went to Costa Rica for a week. Ooh. So that vlog is on my channel here. I'll put it up either here or here, somewhere in the end card, so that you can watch that if you would like. It was a fun trip. It was not what I expected, but it was really fun. There was a lot of driving, which was not the best, but you know, it's fine. So we go to Costa Rica, and they had given us an itinerary of everything that was going on, but every other day or every couple days were travel days, so we would have to drive for 3 or so hours to get to the next place. And the other thing that is a thing in Costa Rica is that the roads aren't all paved. Most of them are like cobblestone, essentially. So we're just fearing for dear life that we're gonna pop a tire this entire time. And our car was manual, and I think we had to drive on opposite sides of the road because it's a different country. Like, it was just a lot, so I had to drive most of the time. But Costa Rica is a beautiful country. Our flights weren't that bad, actually. I think they gave us like free headphones, and they fed us while we were on there, which the food wasn't great, but you know, it's free food, so we weren't, you know, too bent out of shape about it. The thing that I remember most is that when we were coming back, we stopped at the Panama airport because our connecting flight from San Jose to LA was in Panama. And so we're there at the airport, and I saw that there was a Dunkin' Donuts, and I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus Lord. Like, please just let me get this Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It was like $4.50 for a small coffee. And I was like, really, Panama? Like, first of all, like, I had just finished a show, and so I knew I wasn't going to be working for a little bit, so I didn't want to just throw down money on everything. But second of all, like, it's a small coffee, so I was just so bent about it because I just wanted my dunks, and it was so expensive at the Panama airport, but it's fine because I got it as soon as I landed. So those were my most notable birthdays, and this year for my birthday, I'm going to San Diego for vacation first, and then we're flying from, which is kind of dumb, but it makes sense for what we wanted to do, but we're flying from San Diego to Maui, technically. Guess where our connecting flight is? LAX. So we're basically going down to San Diego just to come back for 3 hours and then go to Maui. But I'm very excited because I have been saying that I wanted to go to Maui for a long time. And especially after last year, and I'm not saying that the trip was bad, but I was just like, you know what? It's my turn to pick where we go, so that's where we're going. And Emery's coming, and a couple of her friends are coming, and it's gonna be a great trip. So that's not happening until the end of the month. So I don't know if I finished the thought, but what I was going to say was that this week is birthdays, so birthday week. And then next week I will be done with the show, so I don't know what I'm going to be talking about next week. And then there's one more week, and then that Saturday, the 29th, is when we're leaving for Maui. So I might have to pre-film some stuff, but we shall see. So yeah, now that this show is ending, I have to get myself in gear and start working on the ideas that I have. And yeah, so this video is going to be super long, but if you stay till the end, congratulations. I guess you enjoy listening to the dulcet sounds of my voice. And yeah, so I'm going to go get ready, hit the gym, because I'm back into it and it makes me feel good, so I'm going to do that. And then I guess just get ready for this birthday festivity that's going to be happening. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next weekend.